Hello everybody and welcome to... Where are we? Mark Goldbridge, that's football. It's Chelsea against Arsenal in the Premier League. Premier League football. Chelsea, Arsenal, football, soccer. No, we don't call it soccer here. But we're live. I hope everyone's doing well. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Just been sorting a few things out. But I hope you're excited for this one. I mean, look, actually, it is an exciting one. I don't want to pretend that it's not. It's Chelsea against Arsenal. I've said that before. But it's also not Chelsea against Arsenal. It is Chelsea against Arsenal. But what I'm trying to say is that there is an interesting aspect to this. Manchester United are playing Liverpool tomorrow, as we know, if it happens. But Chelsea, if they win today, they go up to, let me get this right, 67 points. I mean, West Ham would still consider themselves in. I tell you what, let's get the old Premier League table up, because that's probably the best way of looking at things here. I'll go through the team news in a minute as well. Fortunately, me being late means that we're very, very close to kick off. So please smash a like on video if you're watching. Chelsea, 64 points. West Ham have got 58 points. So West Ham have got 3 games to go. So West Ham could get to 67 points. West Ham aren't going to get top 4, are they? Leicester, 2 games to go, 66. So a win for Chelsea today would put them, within touching distance of top 4, really, with 2 games to go. And they've got Leicester to play, where they could basically play a draw out each and get top 4. Arsenal, I mean, look, Arsenal today could actually go to 8th place. Deja vu. I'm getting deja vu from last season, which is the best that they can probably finish, Arsenal, to be fair. I mean, effectively, Arsenal, if they won their last 3 games, could get 61 points, which if everyone else lost, they could get 5th. But that's the highest they can get. The reality is they're probably going to get 8th or 9th. But it's a chance for Arsenal to show a little bit of something, to be honest. Antonio Valencia has retired from football, yes. That's not yes, like, yes, he's bloody retired at last, he's bloody twat. It's more about... acknowledging the fact that he's retired, and he's a very, very good player for Manchester United, Antonio Valencia, and I think that he is. I nearly said he'll be missed. It's not his funeral. I suppose it's his football funeral. Yeah, he's a good player. Good player. Very, very good player when he played at right wing for Manchester United. I wasn't actually massively interested in him when he played at right back, but I didn't ignore him. It's not like that. But I wasn't a huge fan of him at right back. But that was in the prime years of putting square pegs in round holes. But no, as a right winger, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Right, let's give you the team news then. A little bit of change for Chelsea. They've got an FA Cup final on Sunday, of course. Saturday, we'll be doing that as a watch along on this channel. So make sure you smash a like and subscribe. Kepa's in goal. Aspilicueta, Thiago, and Zuma. James and Chilwell, Gilmore, Jorginho, Mount, Pulisic, Havertz. No Werner starting tonight. Kovacic still not back. I don't know when he's going to be back, but no Abraham on the bench either. I don't know what's going on there. Arsenal, Leno, Holding, Gabriel. Dreams can come true. Not if you sign for Arsenal. Mari, Tierney, Partey, Alnini, Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang. I tell you what, I quite like... I mean, to be honest with you, if you look at that Arsenal front 6, apart from Alnini, who I think is a bit average, Partey, Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang, that's not a bad front 6. It's a shame about what's behind it, but it's not a bad front 6, to be fair. So, yeah, well done. Do you think Gabriel would have done well at Manchester United, Mark? Why did I... Mark, do you think Gabriel would have done well at Manchester United, Mark? I think he'd have been absolutely fantastic, Mark. I think he would have been... I don't know. I did like Gabriel. The funny thing about Arsenal is, and I say funny, it's not funny for Arsenal fans, but the funny thing about Arsenal is that I feel that if they'd... if Arsenal... if I look at Arsenal's signings, such as Pepe... and Partey. Who else? Gabriel. Partey I would have taken at Man United. Pepe I would have took at Man United. And Gabriel I would have took at Man United. Would they have been the players they've been at Arsenal? Maybe. Maybe they would have been better. I don't know. But I certainly can't criticise some of Arsenal's transfer activity over the last couple of summers. I mean, it's club rivalry. You banter them, but I personally think Gabriel was a good signing, and I felt that he was the sort of player that Man United were looking at. Pepe, I liked what he was doing in France, and Partey is a player I've always liked. Michael Southcombe says, Mark, would you say Luke Shaw better player than Ashley Cole in his prime? As much as Ashley Cole was a bit of a weasel, I can't deny, it's a bit like John Terry, I can't deny how good they were as players, to be fair. What's your score predictions, everybody? 5 minutes to kick off. I think that Lamar says, be careful, Arsenal are coming for the title next season. I tell you what, that's a bit like saying, be careful, somebody's going to break into your house and steal all your money. I'll tell you what, I'm that scared. I'll even do them a lasagna on the doormat so that they can have that on the way in, because they ain't going to turn up. Should I break up with my girlfriend for being a Man City fan? If so, how? Says Ivan Manuel. You just ring her up and you go, oi, you dumped, you plastic bitch. Easy. People will say that's harsh, but a Man City fan is plastic. Mark, after winning 2-0 over Roma in just 10 minutes, says Pauline Campbell. Although a new centre-back is high up on the list for Solskjaer, several sources have indicated that they expect the club to acquire a lesser-known, cheaper defender and splash the bulk of their budget. And Twitch, you're probably not wrong there. A lot of people saying 2-0 to Chelsea. Yeah, I think Chelsea, whether they've made a few changes or not, and they have made a few changes, I think Chelsea are just going to be so much better than Arsenal today that I'm going to go 21-0 to Chelsea. I think it's going to be a world record. No, I think Chelsea, instead of 21-0, I'm going to say 2-1. I do think Chelsea will win. Very important for Chelsea to win as well, because I think Chelsea will be looking behind them. Just in case anybody thinks that this is not important to Chelsea, it's probably more important to Chelsea than you think, because Chelsea's next few games are Leicester, and their last game of the season is against Aston Villa. They could lose to Leicester, they could lose to Aston Villa, and if they lost today, then they've only got 64 points, which means Liverpool would only need to win a couple or three to do it. So 3 out of 4 to finish above Chelsea. So Chelsea need to win tonight. They need to go and get a result tonight. How's everyone doing anyway? Hope you're doing well. Mark, I think Arsenal are going to nick it, says Srivan Shvav. That lad, oi, you're lying. You don't have a girlfriend because there is no City fan. Wake up and find a girl, mate, says Sheikh. Ooh, he's burned him. That right there was a violation. Come on, Banter FC. Where do you think Grealish will go? Probably Man City. I don't see him coming to Manchester United. Ewan Gordon says he's doing well. He's acknowledged me saying that that's okay. Mark, Inter beating Roma 2-0 in 10 minutes, says Pauline Campbell. Okay. Thank you very much. Mark, score. I need some people's help tonight. It is a watch along and I need some help. I did react to Sidemen because you asked me to do it. I don't want to do React to Sidemen Part 2 straight away. That's very, very needy. So I do, and I've done React to my own TikToks. I've done reacting to my own FIFA. I'm looking at doing another Reacts video to put out on Friday, but I don't know what to react to that's going to get loads of views. So basically, I was thinking about funny gaming moments, scary gaming moments. So yeah, what do you think? What do you think about that? Phil Jones is expected to leave Manchester United. Move on. However, given his torrid time with injury, sources have suggested the Englishman only real options are likely to be a season-long loan with a possible option future fee added as a clause. Yeah, I don't know who is going to buy Phil Jones. Stevie Wonder FC probably. Mark, there is a super chat. Breaking news, Man United ladies manager Casey Stone has resigned and will leave at the end of the season, says David Page. But mate, if that's breaking news, it's Poppadom news, because it's not breaking, it's crumbling. It's old news, that is. Yeah, that is old news. And it's sad news. I've heard rumours about this. I've heard rumours that the Manchester United women's team have had to walk 10 minutes to go to the toilet. And, you know, they've not been able to have a shower and stuff. I mean, it sounds like bloody hard labour. Sounds like a labour camp, not and I'm not talking about Keir Starmer and that, you know, camping, having hot dogs and stuff. I'm talking about hard labour, which isn't some extremist Labour Party. It basically means a working camp. I don't know whether I could react to funniest Top Gear moments because I'd probably get a copyright strike. The channel is Sky Sports tonight. Mark's so disrespectful to Leicester. React to Sunday League. Hey, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Goldbridge reacts to AFT Rages, says Luke Jones. I don't know. I don't know about that. What's a Jubilee reaction, says Finn. We'll keep an eye on that. Also, can you remember that stream when I was live on air and we need an Arsenal win, so second is solidified, says Marketing J. Man United will get second, don't worry. We've got Fulham and Wolves. That's 6 points in the bank. You know, that's on the download. That's on the download with 30 meg upload. It's a piece of piss. Can you remember that stream when I was live and I clicked on my tweets and they started reading them out? And I never understood. So basically, if I'd put a tweet out saying "kick off, I'm live," it was going "kick off, I'm live," and I can't figure out for the life of me how I got my tweets to read out on the audio. Does anyone know if that's even possible? Because it definitely happened. I didn't dream it. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have dreams. You know you got to be strong. Mark, when are you going to be playing Resident Evil Village? Mate, I've seen some of the clips. I can't wait, Coffee Guy. I cannot wait. It'll be coming soon. Just need to finish Grand Theft Auto and then we're probably going to go straight into Resident Evil Village, which is sort of like a combination of Grand Theft Auto and The Last of Us. Not The Last of Us, Outlast, so it's going to be scary. Sunday League is a shout. The bad tackles are great, says Sean Negative Turner. Text to speech was activated, Mark, says Advath. And does that mean it will read everybody else's tweets out? Mark, ring Ollie, he's with Kaneki, says iMac. Mark, would you say to be the best team in the world over a season you need to win the Champions League and the domestic title, or only just the Champions League, says Aidan? Well, let me put it this way. If Chelsea win the Champions League and Man City have won the league, for me, Man City are the best team because they've done it over a 38-game season. So I do think that the Premier League has more kudos than winning the Champions League, which is big, really, because the Champions League is the best cup competition in the world. So I think it's important when you win the Premier League, yeah. For me, as a United fan, I would rather win the Premier League than the Champions League at the moment because it's been so long since we've won it. I think for Chelsea, they'd rather win the Champions League, and for Man City, they'd rather win the Champions League. I think for Liverpool, they'd like to win more league titles. I think for Arsenal, they'd be happy to win any cup. You know, they take a cup of tea. Mark, why are you so rude to Leicester? I've not been rude to Leicester. Stop getting... He says, Mark, why are you being so rude to Leicester? Answer me, I'm getting annoyed with you. Are you? Well, I might not. I wish I hadn't answered you now. Corner for... Oh, it's gone out for a throw. I'm not rude to Leicester. I quite like to see Leicester get top four. Don't worry, you'll get some TikTok moments tonight, you thieves. I'm not even on TikTok, and it's full of clips from me. I'm doing a video actually soon that people will be able to get about 20 TikToks out of. It's a great idea that no one's ever done before. That's all I can say at the moment because someone might nick it. I think Man United will sign Sancho to the person who said Who do you think we're going to sign? Do you think United will be able to compete with Chelsea next year? Tuchel's revolution looks scary, assuming the Glazers are going to ruin our trans wind, says Baloo. What's a trans wind? What's a trans wind? I don't know what it is. He basically said, assuming the Glazers are going to... Do you think United will be able to compete with Chelsea's next year? Tuchel's revolution looks scary, assuming the Glazers are going to ruin our trans wind. What's a trans wind? Is that when a transgender has a fart? I don't know what it is. What's a trans wind? Who do you think player of the season is? Trophies and bias aside, I honestly think Bruno is. So Monday Night Football picked Diaz. Who do you think, says Sean Negative Turner? I'm going to do a video actually, player of the year. I'll probably put it up tomorrow morning on this channel. So rough day, need my Goldbridge fix and standard Arsenal loss for a laugh, says Rob Owen. Keep up the great work, Mark. Mark, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. La la la. I don't know what the rest of the words are, but yeah, Mark, Rob, I'm here. Don't worry. I've had a tough week. I was at a funeral yesterday. I kept it quiet, didn't I? I came home. I did content. I was at a funeral yesterday. I don't like funerals. I don't like people crying. I'm not very good at it. I'm rubbish at people crying. Which is not good at funerals because it's full of people crying. And I'm just like, fortunately with a mask on, it covers up your facial expressions, so all they can see is your eyes. Which actually is a negative because it just exposes the crying even more. So all you can look at is people's eyes and they're just full of crying. About hat-trick, come on Arsenal, Leicester played you off the park, mates, is saying, yep, so we're second, you're not. And I can't read your comments where you try and banter United seriously anymore. I thought we were meeting in the Europa League final. 2 weeks tonight. We're meant to be playing each other. We're playing Europa League final, you'll be playing with yourself. Mark, would you say Chelsea is the team you've watched most after United this season? If you could take one Chelsea player for United, who would it be, says Aaron? Well, Chelsea on the attack here, Arsenal clear it. You know what? You're right, Aaron. I was thinking about this just before I went live today. I've watched a lot of Chelsea lately. It's just the way it's fallen, I suppose. And I think the reason I was trying to figure out why I've watched a lot of Chelsea. Well, I would have watched Champions League watch-alongs anyway, and they've gone to the final, so that's a lot of games. But I also think Chelsea have been watched a lot because they're the team that in January you would have said they're not going to get top four, and they've basically been, their games have just been, very important in the top four race. Transfer window. What did you say? Trans wind. Oh yes, Baloo. It's short for transfer window. You threw me with trans wind. As a Man United fan, I would rather like to win the Champions League. We've underachieved in the Champions League a little bit compared to the Premier League success in the past, says Sumia. Transfer window, says Mimi. Mark, do a Google myself. It will be jokes, says Ali Ashfaq. Yeah, I could do that. I will get some ideas for shows tonight. Chelsea was a top 4 team when Roman came in. City bought everything, says Garaf. In relation to the game, we've had 7 minutes. Quite an equal start, really. Paul Dummett says, trans wind is a transfer window. It is not a transgender having a fart. Or a Trump. There's a horrible report surfacing that Matt Judge has opened talks to sign Maitland-Niles, says Kirsty Simmons. Makes your eyes want to throw up. Really does. Thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. We're on the road to 400k, so please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. A lot of people saying, when's FIFA career mode back? I believe it'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3:45, so tune in for that. I don't think I can react to Gordon Ramsay's funny moments because I'd probably get a copyright strike. You've got to be careful of stuff like that's on the TV. I'd love to react to, like, hold on, Aubameyang, he should have passed, greedy shit. Although Zuma was a bit slow there. Saka still managed to win it. Good play by Arsenal, and he's offside anyway. There is transfer predictions, says Coffee Guy. That's a good show. That's a good video. I think Man United will sign Sancho. I think that he wasn't even offside there. Oh, slips. He's got time here, Hudson-Odoi. Whips the cross in. Not very good. Mark, Google Abella Anderson. She's De Gea's cousin. Says Lifestyle Tube. Thank you very much for the super chat. I think Man United will sign Sancho. I think Chelsea are going to sign Varane. What a lovely skill by Havertz, and he's bloody given a free kick. I think Arsenal will buy somebody good because the last few summers they have actually bought good players. They just don't turn out to be very good players. Chelsea, I think, will get Varane. United, I think, will get Sancho. What a mistake! What a mistake! Havertz! He's through! He's put it over the bar. What a prat! He's the new Werner. He's the German Werner, which doesn't work. I've just realised. But mistake by Mari. No one wants to marry him. They want to divorce you, mate. Terrible touch by Mari, and Havertz is through, and he should be. I'm burying that. I'm absolutely burying that, and he puts it over the bar. Big chance missed. Havertz. What a miss. What a chance that was. And that's Thiago Silva. Dee 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 dee. Are you going to reassemble 90% Club, says John Bright. No, I can't. I can't do that again. When are you next on Twitch, Mark? Says Ian. Tomorrow night, straight after United Liverpool, I'm going to finish Grand Theft Auto tomorrow night. Thursday night Twitch. Looking forward to it. Yeah. So we'll get it done tomorrow night. Mark, someone in the comments just said Havertz is the German Werner, says Marketing James. I just said it live, mate. Mayonnaise or ketchup? John, I used to be a big fan of ketchup, but I think I prefer mayonnaise now. Arsenal doing quite well in this game. Oh, bit of space for Holding. Bit of boob. Good cross. No. It's on. It's gone. I've watched both the UK and the USA version of The Office Shub. Yes, I have. Can you have a shout out, says Kean Summers? Yes, you can. Let's see if we can get up to 10,000 foot watching tonight. I know I'm a little bit late, but let's do it. Smash a like on the video. Please share the video. Oh, there's a tweet. Zane's going to hate it. Let's listen to it. Zane, I can't read your comments where you try and banter United seriously anymore. I thought we were meeting in the Europa League final. 2 weeks tonight. We're meant to be playing each other. We're playing Europa League final. You'll be playing with yourself. Zane, I can't... Oh, Zane, I'm sorry. It's already out there. They've clipped it already. That right there was a violation. TV show tier list marks as Jack Higgins. That's a violation. That right there was a violation. I've got to stop saying that. I just quite like it because it's just so not me. Okay, let's have a look. Chelsea behaving like they were some giant before takeover when they had less league titles, less FA Cups, and less League Cups than City before takeover, says Dog Hates Me. And Mark, I've just read that one as well. React to funniest Stephen Try moments. Mates, it's John Haykill. Hey, I've wrote that one down. There's loads of things I can react to, but I just think that, the Sidemen one was quite enjoyable. But there must be loads and loads of stuff I could react to. I will have a stretch in a minute, Owen. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. Oh my God. It's an own goal from Jorginho. He's put it in his own net. Arsenal are celebrating. Look at them. They're so happy. We're going to win the league. You're not. You're not even going to finish 8th. Jorginho trying to pass out from the back. Gets himself into what? He's passed it in his own net. Oh no, he didn't pass it into his own net, but they managed to score from Smith Rowe, all because of Jorginho. Terrible pass. Kepa makes a good save, but it's a palm to Aubameyang, who pays it to Smith Rowe, who scores a tap in. It's what the hell is this circus exactly? What's going on here? That'll be Arsenal's goal of the season. That will. They haven't got many to choose from. 1-0 to Arsenal. Makes it interesting anyway. Mark, have you seen Christian Romero from Atalanta play? Apparently he's a centre-back target, says Sean Negative Turner. And Dog Hates Me says, are Liverpool really that big as they have 30 years of relevancy in global fan base whilst Chelsea may be bigger than Liverpool? Kepa did make a good save, really, from his own player. But Arsenal now, they're going to turn up. How do you think England will get on in the Euros, says Daniel? I think best case scenario is a semi-final. Mark, do you think Manchester United should sell James and Mata if they buy Sancho, says Sumya? I think they should sell him anyway. React to Cuts videos, Mark. I think it would probably bring a lot of new viewers to your personal channel, plus would be entertaining. Cuts is a channel, by the way. React to Cuts channel. Cuts channel. Thanks for the ideas, everybody. We're looking for bangers. We're not really looking for bangers. We're looking for things that you think I'll find interesting that will be good to react to. That's what we're looking for, really. So 1-0 to Chelsea here. That is the score. I'm a cold heart breakout, Mr. Berg, and I'll rip your heart in two. And I'll leave you lying on the bed. Do-do-do-do-do at the door before you wake. And I think I've seen that movie too. Do-do-do-do. 'Cause you could be mine, but you're way out of line. With your bitch stop rapping and your cocaine gun, it gets nothing done. I said you could be mine. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Chelsea in the box. Can you please have Alex and Ricky together on the fan forum? It'll be an epic battle between them over Greenwood and Dan James, says Balu Singh. Chelsea defending like Arsenal for that goal, says Gunner Station. Yeah, I think Chelsea just been a little bit lax in this game, haven't they? For whatever reason, I think that they've just been a little bit all over the shop, which is interesting. Where's my live chat? There it is. Hi Mark, you should do a live reaction to the Eurovision next Saturday. It's always a laugh, says Keen. I'd love to see a classic British sitcom tier list, Mark, says Callum Robinson. And Mark, love your work, even I hate Man United. My bloody computer is all over the shop tonight. It's like I don't know what's wrong with it. Last night we had problems with the stream. Tonight we've got problems with the stream. My computer's like a fucking an aeroplane. It's all over the shop. I don't know what's going on with it tonight. Any more sponsorship by Boohoo Man, says Jamie? Yeah, I could do with it tonight. CPU is maxing out. I don't know why. Turn the porn tabs off. I don't. There's knee porn on this laptop. There's knee porn on this laptop, I'm telling you. Blazers out says, oh, it's a lovely run. Jorginho, goal! Oh, what a block from Mount. Should have been 1-1 for Chelsea. There was a bit of a talk of a handball there. But it's not. And it's not a goal. Have you donated to the India crisis, says Patrick Kennedy? Have you? I love how people ask you like rude questions about who do you vote for? Have you donated to something? Like, I've raised like 25 grand for the NHS last year. I've raised over 50 grand for cancer over the last 2 years. Fuck off. Like, it's got nothing to do with you or who I donate to, thank you. Open Task Manager shows you what's taking up your CPU. Yeah, I know what it is, Luke. I know what it is. But the fan is running wild. I don't know why. Reece James into the box here. Mark, would you consider doing a Wimbledon final watch-along later this year? So it's a long... Tennis is a long game. Men's tennis is a long game. Mark, Ronaldo's just scored his 100th goal for Juventus with that terrible midfield in less than full 3 seasons. He's unbelievable, says G. Zayn Miasi's in the house. He's happy. And before you criticise someone, walk a mile in their shoes. That way, when you do criticise them, you're a mile away and you have their shoes. That's the genius. I like it. I like it. I did just buy a new computer, Advith, and it's... I don't know what's gone wrong with it. To be honest with you, I think I might have broken it. Because it doesn't make any sense why it started doing this. Still 1-0, 23 minutes gone. The thing is, it's meant to be in silent mode. Watch what happens when I put it in turbo mode. It's going to blow up. See? That's turbo mode. Bloody hell! The laptop's moving up! We're going in the air! Performance mode. Windows mode. I think Windows mode might be better than silent mode. No, silent mode. Oh, I don't know. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. I'll have to have a look at that tomorrow. Fast and Furious mode, says Joel. Is the fan blocked with dust? Well, this is where I think I might have broken it, because I've got one of these. And Draughty said to me, never use one of these. Air sprayer. I lifted the laptop off and I just went like that. And to be honest with you, it's been pissing about everything ever since. It's gone quiet now. Have you ever tried putting the computer in rice? Says Joel. I'd rather have a tikka masala and rice. But Martinelli at United, says Manilu. He can't even get in the Arsenal team, can he? Big up Ronaldo. All those United fans saying he's finished. He has all your strikers in his pocket. Best player ever, says Miasi. And do you think the Premier League will be too fast for a 37-year-old Ronaldo, says Ethan. It's gone quiet now. Don't know what's going on. It's gone quiet. Messi to City and Ronaldo to United, says Florian Random. So Arsenal leading here after 25 minutes. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, by the way. You're very, very welcome. Let me have a look how many subscribers we've got. I mean, this would be typical Arsenal to win this game, though. This would be typical Arsenal. Can I get a tattoo of your face on my chest? Says YB, that's active. You can get a tattoo of anything now. You really can. I know I've had nearly 200,000 views on Goldbridge Reacts to Sidemen Tinder. And I had 153,000 on Goldbridge Reacts to TikToks. I've had 253,000 on Goldbridge Reacts to FIFA Rages. So there's legs in this. I just need the next video to be a good one. Goldbridge Reacts to what? What next? Don't know. Please subscribe, by the way, because we're 300 away from 395,000. We're trying to get to 400,000 by the end of the season, which is in 2 weeks. Do you think the Premier League will be too fast for a 37-year-old Ronaldo, says Ethan. Cumsy cumsar. Cumsy cumsar. It's gone. I think my laptop's died now. Reminds me of Matic last night. Mason Mount, good save by Leno. He's had 2 good chances, Mount. Chelsea are getting closer. But a full stretch Leno palms it away. My laptop's like Matic. First 20 minutes, he's all over the place, and now it's died. Goldbridge reacts to Lana Rhodes. Yeah, I'm not doing porn. React impressions. Conor Mori does brilliant football impressions. I think most United fans want an Arsenal win, says Marketing James. I don't know. I'm pretty confident that United... I don't think United need Chelsea to lose. In fact, if Chelsea win, it makes it even harder for for Liverpool to get top 4. So I think a draw is probably about right. Mark Goldbridge, try not to laugh challenge. I've done that already, G-Unit. Hi Mark, could you give a shout out to my girlfriend Poppy as we are celebrating our anniversary together today? Keep up the incredible entertainment, says Lil Jesus. Big up to Poppy. Celebrating your anniversary. Everyone give a bit of Poppy. Don't give a bit to Poppy. That's disgusting. That's not what I meant. I meant everyone give give applause. Just clap like mad for Poppy. React to Mark. Mark. Look me up, says Darren G. And Mark Goldbridge food eating challenge. There isn't a Mark Goldbridge Reddit, is there? Is there a Goldbridge Reddit? Who runs it if they do? I do hope Chelsea beats Man City in the final, though, says Manilu. Yeah, I want Chelsea to beat Man City in the final. Mark, you should react to Aussie Man reviews on YouTube. His content is hilarious. I'm sure your chat will agree. I'll write it down. Always looking for ideas. Good ideas. Good turn here. I mean, Havertz had a very good chance, didn't he, as well? Let's not forget. Reece James, good play. Havertz. into the box. Lots of Arsenal players back. Good tackle. Arsenal. Arteta will love this. This is how Arteta won an FA Cup last year. Basically, nick a goal and then sit back and defend. Remember when they beat Liverpool last year and Man City? So Arsenal will love this now. Look at them. They're playing with a back 20. Even the subs are on. Mark, you should react. I've done that one. Mark, play strip FIFA. Corner to Chelsea. Half an hour gone. Not had a stand up. Breaking news. Manchester United fear that the game could get called off tomorrow due to protests. It's not breaking news, mate. It's known news. Onto the roof of the net by Pulisic there. Header. I'm driving. I don't know what I'm doing, actually. I never stretch like that. That actually hurts. That wasn't a pleasant stretch. React to wheelchair boxing. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. They're in a wheelchair. Bloody twat. Shouldn't be laughing about that. But I just envisaged people in boxing in wheelchairs. Like, if you get a knockout blow, then you don't just get the knockout, you get the humiliation of flying off the back of your chair. It's not funny. Food challenges. Yeah, but what if I had a heart attack or something? I like watching food challenges like man versus food, but I'd never want to be the man. And I certainly wouldn't want to be the food. Nice ball into the box. Arsenal parking the bus now. Can you blame them? They don't win many. Jambo says that Jorginho is just a Super Mario Fred. Is that not bordering on whatever you call it? It's not racism, is it? But basically you're just saying he's an Italian Fred, but you're using the stereotype of Super Mario being Italian, which many people are probably. I don't know what you can and can't say these days. I have an Italian name, and Mark, please do a try not to look TikTok challenge. Will Hester. Will you say happy birthday to Connor Birch says. I can't say that name because it sounds to me like it's a rude combination. If Arsenal's fault for kicking one of the best EPL managers of all time, says Amith. Goldbridge reacts to Ty's delusional comment. I don't really want it to be about football because my own channel doesn't really have football stuff on it. There's enough Goldbridge football content. We're doing one now. I've noticed my laptop's gone dead quiet now. It's mad. It's a madness. I think we're just showing off. Thanks for the contribution, Jamie Openshaw. Play Resident Evil 8. Gardening with Goldbridge, says Christopher Matthews. Mark, react to toughest village in Britain on YouTube. Well, it better be Cropple Bishop, where I grew up. How do you define what the toughest village in Europe is? Oh, Darryl down the pub, he can drink 20 pints and still walk home. And Steve from the meat factory, he can carry 10 bags of shopping from Co-op all the way to the next village if he needs to. And I tell you what, Jimmy, he's 82. He's got a plastic leg, a wooden leg, because he got run over by a JCB. And JCB had to go to scrapyard because it were dented. Toughest village in the UK. What are you on about? My village was tough. I've said before. Everyone thinks these urban gangs are the bee's knees. Well, what about rural gangs? You replace knife crime with nettles and barbed wire. That's not, you don't wrap nettles in barbed wire. Basically, you go and play on the fields, and you might cut your leg on barbed wire or sting yourself. Or there might be a rogue cow that's angry because it's been in a field for a year. Ollie Mark, that's my voice you are impersonating, says Callum Robinson. And do a try to not laugh Arsenal season edition, says iMac. Nice ball out to Chilwell. It is going to be defence against attack now. Oh, but Chilwell, he's won it off Saka. Leno! And he saved it again. And it's a corner. Camping with Goldbridge. That would be good, YB. That's active. Mark Creator Reddit, says Christopher Fragrance. Oh, I ain't got time. I'd like to have one just to know what it's all about, but I haven't got time to do it. Corner for Chelsea. Cross comes in. Oh, it was a good corner. And it's gone for another corner. I think Kevin Friend's the referee, isn't he? No, it's not Kevin Friend. It's not Kevin Friend. I can't remember what his name is, but it's not Kevin Friend. Hillary, isn't it? Or something. I can't remember what his name is. Hillary Jones. No, that's the doctor off GMTV. He won't be able to do this. What's that referee's name? Roy Orbison. It's not. He's dead. What's his? I know his name without looking at the chat. I know that referee's name. Andre Mariner. Bloody Andre. Hillary Jones. Roy Orbison. What's that got to do with Andre Mariner? I just knew it was a funny name. That's what it was. Mark, you can do one studio tour. Your fans would be intrigued. Also, you can react to people react to you, or others like you react to what Zerka did, says Shake. Ah, yeah, good idea. If Man United buy a centre-back like Varane, will Ollie play a back six like he does at the moment, as Maguire will have a reliable partner? Then we can play Pogba as a CM. I'd love to see that happen, YouTube critic. And Thomas Bennett says you should react to Aussie Man reviews on YouTube. His content is hilarious. I'm sure chat will agree. I've done that one. That's a repeat. Fishing with gold. I tell you, I think there's a series in itself there. Camping. I'm going to write that down. Camping with Goldbridge. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it. Good takedown by Chilwell. I tell you what, to be fair, Luke Shaw's the best left back in the league, but Chilwell has really improved under Tuchel. I'm not doing pegging with Goldbridge, John. That would be... It makes me want to throw up. React to Gordon Ramsay, House Kitchen, Mark. Can't do it. Ivan Scannell. What's your go-to takeaway, George? Depends on the mood. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We've got nearly 9,000 watching. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 395,000. Dogging with Goldbridge. It's gone downhill now. YB. I could do dog walking with Goldbridge. I'm not going dogging with Goldbridge. It'd get age restricted anyway. Knock a door run with Goldbridge. Farming with Goldbridge. Goldbridge hits the gym. Goldbridge would hit the floor if you hit the gym. So it's defence against attack, as we predicted. I hope Chelsea score because I can't be asked to watch Arsenal park the bus for 45 minutes. React to Roy Keane's best moments. Love the content, says YouTube critic. Have we got any Arsenal fans watching? Do you take any joy in getting a result today? I mean, it's a real question. I don't know what it's like to be an irrelevant club, and I say that with a straight face. I'm not trying to wind you up, but Chelsea have had 8 attempts, you've had 2. The goal was basically a Chelsea mistake. and you know, you're basically going to park the bus to try and scab a 1-0 win to hopefully go up to 8th place. I mean, are you past caring as Arsenal fans now? Do you actually... What do you want from the future? Jamar says Road Manning with Goldbridge. Don't even know what that is. Pub with Goldbridge would be good. Just sit a camera in front of me and I'll just have a few pints. I like the idea of that. West Ham fan here. I would take joy in Arsenal winning. Come on, you Irons, says Doug. Of course, yes. I'm bored to tears watching Arsenal play. How do their fans put up with this? Says Mr. Majax. I know they're so smash and grab when they play a decent team, aren't they? Happy birthday, Tony, for his 51st. That's from AB. I believe in love. It's all we've got. When love collides like you and I. Don't know why I'm singing Elton John. Suppose someone's got to. Strip poker with Goldbridge or fishing with Goldbridge or golf with Goldbridge or even better gold digging with Goldbridge, says Phil McGroin. I fell for that one, Phil. I'm bored to... Yeah, I've done that one. And who was better, Thierry Henry or Alan Shearer, says Mr. Nostalgia. Thierry Henry was the better footballer. Alan Shearer was the better goal scorer. Take your choice. Goldbridge reviews 1-star takeaways in his area. I don't want to end up with a stomachache. I hate it. I get a stomachache anyway with Chinese. Arsenal scoring first is the worst thing that could happen, says Matthew Larney. Thiago says, I have a shoot around. Don't know what that is. Time for another stretch. I've just called him a Southern Stoke on Twitter. They're going to hate that. Absolutely hate that. Hi Mark, thoughts on Valencia retiring, says Ashley Crane. He was a good player for United and I wish him all the best in retirement. But effectively he retired when he left United anyway, didn't he? I mean, where did he go? Where did he go? I don't know. Mark, who qualifies for the Europa League 5th through 8th, says Jermaine Johnson. I don't want to come across as arrogant, but I don't really care. We're there, that's it. Spearmint Rhino with Goldbridge. No, I don't do that sort of thing, Kirkham. When is Logan versus Mayweather H Talks Football? Is Seb a United fan already, says Too Much Sauce? Well, he probably doesn't realise he is, but he is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Euros watch-alongs. They will be on this channel. We'll probably be doing 2 a day. I don't think I'll do 3 a day because some of the games are shit, but we'll definitely be doing a couple a day. I think most days there's a good couple of games on. So on this channel, make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You're very, very welcome. We are very much nearly at half-time here. Chelsea do need to get something out of this second half. This game. There's still a little bit left of the first half, but a loss for them opens the door for West Ham and Liverpool. Ouija board with Goldbridge. Oh, God, that makes me shake and shiver. Denny denying pineapples with Goldbridge. Says last one. Says Gemard, that is. And first aid with Goldbridge. Yeah, that would be me doing DIY. I did, you know what? Exercise with Goldbridge, Salesh. I did actually do. I was thinking about this the other day. I actually went on a run holding my phone for about 20 minutes, which is pretty good for me because I don't really do a lot of exercise, but I could run and talk. You know what somebody should do? They should do a compilation of Goldbridge's best Grand Theft Auto bits, and then I could react to that, but no one can be asked to do it because it's so much content, and a lot of it's disappeared now because it disappears off Twitch, doesn't it? Half-time! Half-time! It's 1-0 to Arsenal. Celebrate being half-time, 1-0 up Arsenal. But of more interest to me is, let's have a look at the Premier League table as it stands. Arsenal are in 8th. They're in joint 8th with Everton. They're 1 point off 7th, but you can only get 3 points for a win. But Arsenal go up to 8th place, and they're Arsenal's last 2 games. Ooh, let's see. They could get 60 points. Nosebleed time. They've got Crystal Palace and Brighton. Oh, they'll be fancying that. Arsenal could end up with 61 points. It's like winning the league if you're shit. But more importantly, let's have a look at league table. League table at moment, right? Right. Listen to me, right. Chelsea, 64 points, 2 games to go. If West Ham were to win their game in hand, they'd go 3 points behind Chelsea. If Liverpool were to win their 2 games in hand, they'd be 1 point behind Chelsea. So the pressure is not necessary. I mean, I've said this before about Chelsea. What if they blew top 4, lose the FA Cup final, and also lose the Champions League final? They'll find themselves next season in the Europa. Or win the Champions League, win the FA Cup, and finish in the top 4. Very good season. Knife edge for Tuchel, but he's got the squad, and that's why a loss to Arsenal is not a good result for them today. Paddy B, thanks for the super chat. Do you not play Call of Duty, Mark? It's good on PS5, says Dazzo. I haven't got a PS5. I can't believe the PS5 has been out for 8 months, isn't it? Still haven't got one. Valencia played for Querétaro, who was eliminated on Saturday 5-0 by Santos Laguna, says Troops FC. There you go. Thank you very much for that. What would you do if Seb was an Arsenal fan, says Quinton? It's one of them things that's impossible. It just, you know, it's good parenting. If he says he wants to watch Arsenal, if he says he wants to support Arsenal, you sit him down, he has his opinion, you have your opinion, and you both agree that my opinion's right. So it won't happen. It just won't happen. Do you think Arsenal can make top 4 with the right signings and less pressure, says Cable? Metal detecting with Goldbridge, says Kirsty Simmons. And Siddharth says, you are like my family, Mark. I watch you more than my siblings. Well, probably don't sit watching your siblings because you might get into trouble, but I think I know what you mean. It was a Clough quote, Eamon Kelly, the legend he was. How far will we get in the Champions League next year, says Sean Negative Turner. Thank you. I'd say what I said at the start of this year, Sean. I think a team, whether it's Liverpool, Manchester United, Man City, whatever, you know, the minimum should be the quarterfinals. And if you pull out a PSG or a Bayern Munich or someone like that and you get knocked out, you know, but you should get to the quarterfinals, because if you win your group, you'll play somebody shit in the first knockout stage, and then the quarterfinals is when you can start pulling people out of a hat. So I think that's the minimum. Mount ranks where for you in terms of young talent, says Paddy B. Mason Mount, I would say, truth or dare with wifey. Yeah, not doing that Sunday, eh? Nice Brian Clough quote, says Mitchell Costello. I rate Mason Mount so highly that I would put him in as a contender for Player of the Year. Oh, controversial, but true. I've got to say, that's what I think. Yeah. I'll tell you what we can do. I saw this today and I quite liked the idea. A little bit of a half time. Instead of either or, let's play a little game at half time. In fact, I'm just going to put a tweet out for it. Player of the season from every club. Join in. So, we're going to go through every Premier League club with, and you're going to get involved. So we're going to start off with Arsenal because that's what you do. So we'll start off with Arsenal. No, actually, we'll do it by league table because it's going to be easier. So let's start off with Manchester City. I mean, for me, I'm going to say it's got to be Ruben Diaz. Saka doesn't play for them. We'll come to Arsenal in a bit. We're going to go through league table, so you've got time to go and have a crap and brush your teeth before we get to Arsenal because we're starting from the top. So Man City, Ruben Diaz, easy, yeah. Manchester United, this is a harder one. So the chat's saying Diaz in the main, a few De Bruyne's, a few Gundogan's. Manchester United, interested to see what people say for Manchester United. I think there's two contenders, Bruno Fernandes or Luke Shaw. 27 goals for midfield. Bruno is player of the season by a while. Was a Shaw negative returner. Mark, this is the shock of all shocks for me. I'm actually stunned at the scoreline. Chelsea cannot afford to lose this game, says Yazza Said. Most people have gone with Bruno on United. Okay, we'll move on. Leicester City, man of the match, player of the season. I think you've always got to put Vardy in there. Has Fofana played enough? I do like Fofana. I think Ndidi's been very good for them as well. Tielemans is a good shout as well. Most people have gone with Ndidi. It's got quite a range with Leicester, which is good to see. Some people saying James. Some people are saying Iheanacho. Johnny Evans. Tielemans. Goldbridge on witness says James Thompson. Harvey, but it's hard to do a Liverpool one. I'm just trying to gauge here. Sorry, a Leicester one. I can't. I'm going to have to pick Leicester's one because it's so spread in the live chat. I'm going to say Harvey Barnes. Yeah. So we'll go Harvey Barnes with that. Chelsea, I think Chelsea's is really easy. Really, really easy. And I'll wait a minute and see what everybody says. So we're doing player of the year from every club, in your opinion, because that's what That's Football's all about. All sorts of opinion. And the vast majority for Chelsea, obviously, Mason Mount, easy peasy. West Ham's man of the player of the season. I think this is a harder one because I wonder if people will go for the glamorous choice or whether you're going to think outside the box or whether you're going to go. I think the obvious one for West Ham is actually somebody else. YouTube channel of the year, the United Stand, says Dowell. Oh, you're very kind. Antonio or Soucek. I tell you what, I'm very impressed. Most people have gone with Soucek, and that's who I would have gone with. So well done. You're very educated on this channel. I thought some people might go with Declan Rice or even Jesse Lingard, but Soucek gets it. Liverpool's player of the year. Who are you going to go with for Liverpool? I would say Alisson's been terrible. Trent's not been great. Robertson's not been great. Their centre-back's not been great. Their midfield hasn't been that great. Firmino's not been great. I think it's got to be Salah, hasn't it? Yeah, vast majority have gone with Salah. Tottenham's player of the year. One of two for me. Tottenham. A few Sons, but mainly Kane. Loads and loads for Harry Kane. Okay, so that's Tottenham, Harry Kane. Arsenal. I think we've done Arsenal before. Most people said, I mean, Arsenal, it could be the bloody kit man. It could be the gardener. It could be the tea lady or man. It could have been Gunnosaurus if they didn't sack him. I think it's got to be Saka, hasn't it? Saka for Arsenal, quite easy. And the live chat's full of Saka. And a few Harry Kanes still. Everton's player of the year. I think I know who I'd go for. You see, I'm not shouting him out before you've done it. So, Everton's player of the year. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, it's pretty conclusive there. Calvert-Lewin, that's who I would have gone with as well. So, Calvert-Lewin for that. Iheanacho plays for Leicester, mate. You're very slow. Leeds player of the year. This is where it's going to start to get interesting because we're moving down the table now. Leeds currently in 10th. Who's Leeds player of the year? I would go with, one of two. And I think I would go with, I know who I'd go with. There's a few Rafinhas coming through. A few Dallas. Bamford. It's looking like Dallas, Rafinha or Bamford. Dun 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 Dallas. Dun, dun, dun. To be fair, there's a lot of Dallases, there's a lot of Rafinhas, and there's a lot of Bamfords. But I was going to go with Bamford, so we'll go with Bamford there. Aston Villa's player of the year. I mean, he's been injured a lot, but I still think he's the player that, when he was fit, they were in a race for Europe. Now he's not fit, they're not. Although I think Watkins has done quite well. I think Watkins has done well. I think Cons has done well. I think Matty Cash has done well. But it's got to be Grealish because he's a class apart for me. So it's Grealish. Wolves player of the year. Oh, answers on a postcard. They've had such a bad season. It can't be any of their forwards. Defensively, they've not been great. So for me, I think Wolves player of the year resides in their midfield. And therefore, it has to be one or two players for me. But I'll see what people say. Although Neto's a very good shout, actually. Ruben Neves as well has been mentioned. Lots for Neto and Ruben Neves. But Neto's the winner. He's taken the most. So Neto takes it from Neves. There you go. Not literally. That's a vision I don't want. Neto takes it from Neves is what I said. Crystal Palace player of the year. Ooh, answers on a postcard here. I've not really noticed Crystal Palace this year. I mean, I know who their best player is, but has he been their player of the year? I haven't really noticed Palace this year. I think they've been a very unnoticeable side this year, Palace. I'd go with the live comments on that. Eze, he's been fantastic, hasn't he? Eze, good shout. Very good shout. Very impressed with Eze this year when I've seen Palace, when I've noticed them. Southampton's player of the year. It's interesting because at one time Southampton were technically in a title race. I think at Christmas Southampton had 29 points and now we're in May and they've got 40. So it shows you the drop off of Southampton since Christmas. I think that Ward-Prowse has done well for them. Obviously Danny Ings is a shout, but I think I'd go Ward-Prowse. And so with the live comments, loads going with Ward-Prowse. Big up to him. Good to see the midfielders getting a shout out. Now, Burnley's player of the year should be me, Sean Dyche. Now, but it's Tarkowski or Woody for me. But let's see what you've got to say about Burnley's player of the year. Wood. Yeah, Wood. We've got loads of Wood in the chat. He's dominating it. Who's the daddy? It's Wood. Chris Wood. He's done it. Player of the year, Burnley. Newcastle. Newcastle player of the year. I think I know what everyone will go with Newcastle, but is he their player of the year or is he just your favourite player? Although Callum Wilson's pushing him, St Maximum or Wilson? St Maximum. It's close. Wilson wins it. Although a few people said Willock, but Wilson's had the most there. Brighton's player of the year. You know what? In fairness to Brighton, there's quite a few for Brighton who've done really well. I think Brighton box above their weight. They play good football. There's a few you could go with for Brighton. You can't go with Lamptey because he's not played hardly at all, is he? Can you shout out Jack McGuinness? He's been a massive United fan since day one, says Villa. There you go. Bissouma and Ben White. Dunk. Quite a good spread for Brighton, which is good to see. Hudson-Odoi's coming on for Chelsea here. I think Bissouma's got the most votes there. We'll just whiz through the bottom three. Fulham's Player of the Year. Trying to think at Fulham. Fulham are a bit of a team that's full of people I don't really know about. Areola. Anderson. Anguisi. Lookman. Areola's got it though. Right, we're just about to kick off second half here, so I don't want to mess this up. West Brom's Player of the Year. Get in the live chat. Got West Brom and Sheffield United to go. I mean, bloody Sheffield United and West Brom barely deserve a Player of the Year, but we're about to kick off here. Let me just start the timer for you, and we'll come back to. We'll finish this very quickly. We've started, so we'll finish. So I need to see West Brom's Player of the Year in the live chat. Pereira is the vast majority there. And Sheffield United finally, mates and ladies. Who's your Sheffield United Player of the Year? Pereira's won it for West Brom. Sheffield United, it's not. You can't even say Henderson this year. For me, our Player of the Year is Solly March or Basuma Mark. Close between the two, says Ryan Moss. Thanks to the Brighton fan there for that. It's hard for Sheffield United. I haven't got a bloody clue. McGoldrick, Brewster, McGoldrick's won it. Alvin Block's the definitive decider there. Spurs Player of the Year was Kane Drescher. So we've just done it. Well done, everybody. Big shout outs. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. That was a really good half time, that was. We didn't play either or. We did Player of the Year for every Premier League club. And I enjoyed that. We whizzed through it and it was yours. That's the great thing. It was yours. So well done. Well done there. Calvert-Lewin for Everton, Nate. So second half kicks off. The timer's not on the screen for some reason. Oh, it's pissing about again. What's it doing, the timer? It's having a laugh. You having a laugh? Is he having a laugh? Technical issues. There we go. Burnley's was Wood. So Chelsea, this is not a walk in the park for Chelsea. They've got an FA Cup final on Saturday at 5 o'clock. We'll be doing a watch along for that. But on a more serious note, they can't afford to lose this game really, because it opens the door to certainly Liverpool and West Ham a little bit as well. And Chelsea's next league game is Leicester, which will be a tough game as well. So Chelsea don't want to be dropping points here. News coming in, how to Celtic to be announced soon, says ZA. Be a good job for Eddie Howe, that. Celtic. Go there, do well for a couple of years and then get a better Premier League job. It's a good place for Eddie Howe to go, that. We're 150 subscribers away from 395, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thank you everyone for watching. You're all very welcome. Here's Hudson-Odoi to Reece James. Crosses, lovely cross. Ooh. No penalty. Mariner's a prat. Chuck him in the sea and see if he can swim, if he's a real mariner. Reece James. Wow. Must not have been a penalty. We'll have a watch back. That's a penalty, that is. If that was a penalty for Jesus last week, that's a penalty, isn't it, really? Hi, Mark, how's your day, says Kai. I mean, he's lost control of the ball, but it's still a bloody penalty. I just don't understand how Jesus and Pogba get a penalty for something very similar, and then not for Havertz. All we want is consistency. We just want some consistency. Like, Pogba's penalty was like that. Jesus' penalty was less than that, and then it's not a penalty for that. Yeah, very good point there. If the referee gives it, it wouldn't get overturned. And this is the thing you need to understand about penalties, is that VAR is not going to give that penalty because it's not a clear and obvious error. So VAR is not really at fault for that, because if the referee hadn't given the Jesus penalty last week, VAR wouldn't have said, have a look. So basically, they just side with the referee. So although we've got VAR, we haven't really got VAR. We've got referees' discretion. Chelsea will score though. There's no way Arsenal are going to play this out. No way. Chelsea will score at some point. Ah, White's lemonade. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Ah, White's lemonade. I tell you what, I could react to old adverts. I wonder if I could do that without getting in trouble. That would be quite funny. Fast start from Chelsea, says Advath. So yeah, Chelsea have made a substitution. I think I don't know. I think Hudson-Odoi's come on for Mount. Yeah, I think he's took Mason Mount off, hasn't he? No, he's took Gilmour off and put Mount into the midfield. There you go. Bit harsh to take him off. Maybe he's injured. Oh, I'll be interested to see what happens to Lampard. Where he'll go next. Lovely run that. Into the box. Chilwell. Pulisic. Lovely play. Oh, corner. What's the PSG score, anyone? I can get you the scores. Don't worry about that. Hey, everybody. Do you want to know some scores? Do you want to know some football scores? I'll tell you the scores. Going around Europe at the moment, like. So, cross comes in. Zuma's going to win it. Oh, it's all bouncing around, but Aubameyang will get rid of it. Atletico Madrid are beating Real Sociedad 1-0. If Atletico Madrid keep winning, they will win Spanish La Liga. In Italian Serie A, Inter Milan are beating Roma 2-1. Juventus are beating Sassuolo 3-1. AC Milan are beating Torino 6-0. Atalanta are beating Benevento 2-0. In the French League, PSG are beating Montpellier 2-1. So there you go. I don't know what connotations that has on the league, but Lille can win it. Top 10 songs that define your life? Oh, can't do it. Hey Mark, my mate Tommy is a huge United fan. Could you wish him a happy birthday, please, and maybe call him a Pratt? Says Ben. Happy birthday, Tommy. You're a Pratt. Mark, need to know your opinion on the best signing of the Premier League season, the most underwhelming signing, and the surprise signing of the Premier League season, says Andrew C. Well, the live chat can get involved in that. I think the signing of the season is Martinez in goal for Villa. I think he's been a fantastic signing. I think some people think Cavani, but he hasn't actually played as much as I think I would like him to. So I wouldn't give it to Cavani. The most underwhelming signing, it's probably Thomas Partey, you know. Thomas Partey against Liverpool in the Champions League quarter-final last year was unbelievable. What he's been at Arsenal is awful, really. Surprise signing of the Premier League season. Look, Ruben Diaz has been a very good signing, but I think Martinez has been brilliant for Villa. And I know it's a bit unfashionable, but Man City paid good money for Ruben Diaz, and he has done really well. But I'm still going to stick with Martinez. Surprise signing. Thiago's been very underwhelming. I tell you what, Thiago probably takes it from Partey as well. But they've both been really disappointing. I would never have predicted that. James Rodriguez, I don't think he's been underwhelming. I think he's done all right. He just, he's inconsistent, unfortunately. Surprise signing. I don't know. Probably Souček. Yeah, Souček's a good one, isn't he? Here's Havertz. He should have hit that first time. Grand Theft Auto finishes tomorrow. Tomorrow night on Twitch. We'll be live for that, finishing it up, and then we should be starting Resident Evil soon after that, which will be good. "55 minutes gone. It's defence against attack. Arsenal's bus, Arteta's bus." I think this is the problem that Arteta's got, is when is he actually going to try and, what was he doing next to Pep Guardiola as assistant coach? Playing Sudoku? The way that he plays football, I really did expect Arteta at some point, considering Arsenal's football is, especially under Wenger, it's to play a good brand of football. I really thought that Arteta would want to get Arsenal playing good football, but they are like a Southern Stoke. Sarab, if United win the Europa, will the 5th and 6th place team get Champions League as well? No. City and Chelsea are in the top 4 and one of them wins the Champions League. No, Sarab, it doesn't matter who wins what, you only ever get 4 spots in the Champions League. Giroud's warming up, and I think that's a good idea. Arsenal are playing so deep. Giroud in a game like this is a good idea. I like Reece James, great banter as well, yeah. Logi Rex says, imagine if Chelsea ends up outside top 4 and loses both finals. And Joshua Bauer says, Mark, I've got an important question. When United Stand do a meet-up, will there be a karaoke? We'll have to see. Mark, I think The Last of Us is more up your street than Resident Evil. Easier story to understand. We've got an injury here for Arsenal. It's Cherney again. At this point, unlucky or not, that's just a bang to the knee. Hopefully that's nothing too bad. Do I think Arsenal can get something out of this game? If they keep parking the bus, they might do, yeah. Manager of the season, Thomas Ayling. Yeah, Reece James's crossing is very good Mancunian swagger. I do like it. So half an hour to go. I do think Chelsea will score, but I must admit, if you're an Arsenal fan, what are you doing with your life? But no, if you're an Arsenal fan, under Arteta, your famous wins basically are like this. I mean, have Arsenal actually beaten anybody by a lot of goals who's a traditional top six side? Or do they normally just nick one goal and then defend? Thoughts on Antonio Valencia retiring today, says Matthias. Yeah, we spoke about it a couple of times. Really good player for United. I remember him always as a right winger. When I used to play Fantasy Premier League, he was always a really good player to have as a winger, when he was a winger. But as a right back, I felt he was a bit of a square peg in a round hole. But, yeah. Finn Brown says you lost 6-1. No, the question was, Finn, what time, when have Arsenal beaten somebody comfortably this season who is a top six side? It's a goal for Chelsea. Pulisic. I thought it might be offside there. Pulisic, 1-1. Terrible marking by Arsenal as ever. They couldn't mark a piece of paper with shitty hands. The cross comes in. Oh, he's miles off. That's not a goal. He's miles off. It's not 1-1. Still 1-0. Mark, can you please explain why certain fans have an issue with fan channels? I don't get it, says Sebastian Bodry. Well, cum si cum sa. It's opinion, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's opinion, and everyone's entitled to an opinion, so... Diffie says, why are you celebrating Chelsea winning? Well... How can I celebrate Chelsea winning when they're losing, and if they'd scored, they'd be drawing? I want it to be a draw. I want to draw. Because I don't... Actually, I don't know whether I want Chelsea to win, because I don't want Liverpool to get top four, but I wouldn't mind West Ham getting top four. But it'd be very hard for West Ham to get top four. Very good point from Jack Higgins. That goal for Chelsea that's not a goal is a very good example of where VAR does work, because that would have been given in real life. The linesman didn't get it, did he? Effectively, a Chelsea win more or less means that Liverpool won't get top four. And I don't think West Ham are going to do it anyway, to be honest. So... Do you think Greenwood should go to the Euros, and do you think Ollie will give more debuts out against Fulham and Wolves to Maybury Hugel? I think he probably will, Jacob. I think there's no reason not to in relation to that. My plan is to play Resident Evil Village next, yes, but I've got to finish Grand Theft Auto first, which is apparently going to be finished tomorrow. It would have been finished the other night if my internet hadn't gone down. Claire Edgington is on the McDonald's Wi-Fi. She says Chelsea goal. Yeah, I want to see Charlie McNeil get a bit of time as well. Although Hugel's ahead of McNeil, isn't he? Because McNeil's been playing for the under-18s when Hugel's been in the under-23s. Lovely ball by Reece James. Just play it across. Oh, why doesn't Hudson-Odoi play that across? What is he doing? I think he was offside anyway. Yeah, he's miles off. He's got to wait. You have to wait, says the linesman. You have to wait. United Spanish goalkeeper to Spurs. Need a replacement for Lloris. Deal makes sense for both clubs. I'd love to have him at Spurs, says Racehorse Red. I think Greenwood should go to the Euros, by the way. Yes and no. I mean, no, because I'd like him to have the summer off after a really hard season. Yes, because I think it would do him good to go and train and play with really good players. But do I think he'd get much game time, Greenwood? I mean, where's he going to get any game time? You've got Mount, Foden, Grealish, Sancho, Sterling, Rashford, Kane, Calvert-Lewin. It's very, very difficult for him to get any game time. Arsenal parking the bus for a point here, for a win here. I don't know what's happened to Tammy Abraham. He's not even on the bench tonight, Jack. We are going to do the FA Cup final watch-along on this channel on Saturday. We'll be back with FIFA tomorrow at 3:45, FIFA Career Mode tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a video up at the end of the week on this channel that I think you'll find very interesting. Is that a Seth Rollins mug? No, it's a United Stand mug. Hey, have you seen the bloody United Stand hoodies that are out today? Bellerin with the shot. The Cavani hoodies, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Champions League final's been moved to Porto, says Danny Atkins. Yeah, it needed to be moved from Turkey, to be fair. I don't know why they didn't just move it to England. I'd personally rather than take Greenwood and give Rashford the summer off, says Trishan. Yeah, well, Rashford's not going to not go, is he? Yeah, we've got T-shirts out. We've got hoodies out as well now. United's game of the season, says Guy. Well, you could say Southampton because we scored 9 goals. I actually think one of your best, you've got to look at the opposition. I thought PSG away was really good because we tactically played really well. I mean, people will say Leipzig at home, but I think that game was a good game. But I thought PSG away was against Neymar and Mbappe was tactically probably our best performance. Yeah, I think PSG away. City away, yeah, you could go see it City away, but I think PSG away was over 90 minutes. We played so well in that game. Tactically, for an hour, we played 5-3-2, didn't we, or something like that? And then with half an hour to go, he brought Pogba on, and I think we changed to a 4-2-3-1 or something like that. So, no, the City away result was good, but I think that PSG result was very impressive considering Maguire, I think, was injured as well. And we were the better team. So I think PSG away. A lot of people in the live chat are saying City away, but I was very impressed with the PSG one. Leeds United was a good game. Leeds versus Man United at Old Trafford was a good game, but the quality of the opposition is always got to be a factor. If we'd been to, I think you're right. Man City away or PSG away has to be the pick of the two because of the quality of the opposition that you were playing. It's Chelsea. Pulisic knocks it wide. Hudson-Odoi. He does lack a final ball, Hudson-Odoi, doesn't he? There's a corner here. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and let him score all the goals. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and let him score all the goals. Is there a goal out there? Say from Matador hair. Diddlin'. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and let him score all the goals. Oh, Pulisic is injured now. Could be out the FA Cup final. Mark isn't Kepa. Oh, that's a... Mark, I think Charlie McNeil knows you, says Jacob. I think you might be right. Imagine all of Old Trafford singing the Cavani song. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, James. There are some songs for players that work well when they're being sung by prats like me. But could you imagine the Stretford end singing, give it to Eddie Cavani. Pass him the ball and let him score all the goals. It seems a little bit cheesy, but I'm sure they'll do it because it's a great song. But it just sounds... I don't know whether it'll have the right... You know, is it a chance? I don't know. We'll see. They'll do it. What player had the best performances for United this season? Cross goes over. Easy Odrin. It's Luke Shaw and Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Old Trafford will sing it 100%. Disease Gaming. They will, definitely, yeah. I think that's right, Alex. It's got too much of a tune. It's too fast. It doesn't. I don't know whether it'll work as a chant. We'll see. It will definitely get sung. Who's your favourite comedian, Mark? Kyle. I tell you what, I grew up. I really did used to like stand-up when I was growing up, and I had quite a range. I used to like Ben Elton. Like we're talking years ago now, but I've always liked stand-up. Peter Kay, obviously, I liked as well. But I mean, I don't really... I even like Michael McIntyre because it was tame, but, you know, funny in a different way. So I don't really watch any stand-up anymore. I don't know. That's probably because of COVID, isn't it? There's not many people doing stand-up because there's no one to sit down. Well, I tell you what, I did say Chelsea would score. The way this is going at the moment, Arsenal might be parking their bus to the win here. I tell you what, it put a cat amongst the pigeons, this. Do Goldbridge does stand-up? I probably could do stand-up. And I think even the best people who do stand-up know I could do stand-up. And that's probably what drives them on, knowing that I could do it better than them, but I choose not to do it. I respect people who do stand-up because I would be too lazy to do stand-up because I would go out there and wing it and waffle. Whereas proper stand-up comedians will spend 6 months, you know, writing material over and over and over and over and over to do a tour and memorising it. Pulisic into Giroud. I gotta say, Arsenal, they ain't very good, are they? They're not a very good side. You can see why they've had a bad season. As an attacking outlet, they're just... I'm going to tweet this, and I'm going to tell you what I'm tweeting. If Arteta's going to survive, he's got to get a style of play. He just parks the bus. And people can say, well, you know what, he needs better players. I don't see Brighton doing that. Do Brighton need better players? Where's the excuse there? I mean, look, I've been a big defender of Arteta, saying, look, he needs to get rid of some players, he needs to be backed, and those things are true. But he's been here 18 months now. They need to get a style of play. SA says, what's wrong with that? They're winning the game, but then they're only winning the game because of a Chelsea mistake. It's not like, you know, how many shots on goal have Arsenal created in this game apart from Jorginho handing them a goal? A win is a win, though, says Nathan. Yeah, 8th place. Smith Rowe's got no chance of going to the Euros, William. Absolutely none. Not because he's not a good player, but he's got no chance. I don't think Saka will go to the Euros either. But Smith Rowe's up against Mason Mount, Foden, Grealish, Maddison, Lingard. Tell you what, book your holiday, you're safe. Ehab says that Brighton want Brandon Williams on loan. Well, I don't know why. They've got Lamptey. Unless Lamptey's going to leave. Maybe Lamptey's going Arsenal. I've always seen Lamptey at Arsenal. Andrew C. Mark beat Premier League game this season. Best Premier League game this season, please. Spurs 6-1. United. Villa 7-2. Liverpool. City 2-5. Leicester. United 6-2 Leeds. Liverpool 1-4 City, to name some. Well, I didn't enjoy Spurs United, so I'm not gonna say that one. Leicester City was a bit of a smash and grab, really. They just hit them on the break. I think Villa 7, Liverpool 2 is probably the best because that was just a total and utter shock. And I think Liverpool had Van Dijk then, didn't they, as well? So that was just a total and utter shock against, you know, the best team in the, you know, at that point no one knew what was going to happen to Liverpool. So I think Villa 7-2 against Liverpool. I mean, people saying 9-0 United Southampton. They had a man sent off after 2 minutes. No one should lose 9-0, but it wasn't a spectacle. Whereas I think Villa, Liverpool kept trying to get back into it. They couldn't believe what was happening. It was cracker. Would you ever play Batman Telltale games? It's some games, says the Chronic. I do like Telltale games. I liked the Game of Thrones thing. United's goal of the season for you. Can't decide me, says Salah Ahmed. I liked that Bruno volley. I think it was in the Europa, wasn't it? Or was it the Champions League? Was it Istanbul? Only 13 minutes to go. I tell you what, ZX coming on. This is a bad loss for Chelsea. A bad loss. Everything you want says, isn't Kepa palming the back pass a foul? I think you're clutching at straws then. When's a back pass ever given as a foul these days? I think you've got to pick up a back pass as well anyway, I think. I am going to play Resident Evil, yeah. Twitch, Goldbridge TV, but not tonight. It'll be tomorrow night after the United game. This is exactly. I didn't want Arsenal in Europa, says Mohammed. Yeah, imagine if Man United had got Arsenal in the Europa League and they'd scored early. They're just going to do what they've done here. Sit back. Sean Dyche, give it to Eddie Cavani, says Paddy Last. We're 100 subscribers away from 395,000. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Everyone's welcome on this channel. Doesn't matter who you support. Never sub when you've got a corner, says Kyle. Yeah, United did this last night. Arsenal have just done it now. Never a good idea. I have seen the UEFA threats with the European Super League, Cattle, talking about banning Juventus and Real Madrid and Barcelona if they don't pull out of the Super League, which isn't going to happen. I mean, why are Barcelona, Real Madrid and Juventus not pulling out the Super League? Unless they're thinking of trying to do a combination Serie A La Liga, which wouldn't be a bad idea, but crack on. Bruno's goals versus EFC, Istanbul and Newcastle, says Salah Ahmed. There you go. 10 minutes to go. Could be home and host for Arsenal here. Whatever happens, I think Liverpool will be happy because a Chelsea win would have been a bad thing for them. Basically, if Liverpool beat United tomorrow, I could see Liverpool getting 69 points. Which means that Chelsea would need 6 from their last 2. Against Villa and Leicester. Reece James with the cross. Giroud gets on it, but it's too high. I can't read that out. I hope United beat Liverpool tomorrow, obviously, but I really do hope we beat them tomorrow because Ollie's never beaten Klopp in the league, and I think it'd be a big. It's been a good season for United, so it'd be nice to get that over the line and another tick in the box, beat Liverpool in the Premier League. It's been a bit of a tiring game, this one, hasn't it? I must admit, I'm a bit tired by it. It's not lived up to the. I think Arsenal scoring that jammy goal has ruined it really because they've just sat back, parked the bus, and Chelsea have found it very hard to break them down. But from Arsenal's point of view, it's a big 3 points, isn't it? I think Arsenal still technically think they might get Europa League football, but I don't know how low you can finish. Welcome back to the Sancho 90% Club. Mark, says Marmaduke. Another corner here for us, for Chelsea. Now Bellerin's injured now. Lolly Stop says 6th is the lowest you can finish and get Europa because 7th gets in the conference thing. That's Arsenal probably be in that. And Me13 says if someone in the top 4 wins the FA Cup, then the 6th place goes to Europe, which is obviously quite highly likely, isn't it? Timothy Wilson, bye, and you know why. What's the conference thing, says Zach? Who cares? We don't care what the conference thing is. Do I still think Arsenal can get top 6? No, I don't. Crap corner. Would you scrap your car now if it means Glazers sell, says Joseph. What's my car got to do with it? Owen, you can go as well. Well done, Sally. I'd love to react to In Between Us, Ben, but you can't. There's a lot of things you can't react to because you just get into trouble because, you know, it's Channel 4's property, isn't it? You know, YouTubers aren't so bothered about people reacting to their comment, but Channel 4, BBC and ITV get a bit of a mood on. It's a bad loss for Chelsea. You can't say it doesn't matter because it does. It's a bad loss for Chelsea, this. £64 points. Leicester to come. That'll be a tough one for them. Chelsea fans definitely need United to do them a favour tomorrow. Please subscribe, by the way. We're very close to 395,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Please click it. Let's see if we can hit it before full time. We're 80 away. So bottom right hand corner, please click the subscribe button. See if we can do it. Hudson-Odoi's got it. The cross isn't too bad. Pulisic! Oh, that was a big chance. He's hit it straight at Leno. That's probably their biggest chance. Stretch, says Salish. Good play by Giroud. Hudson-Odoi puts a good cross in. I just don't think Pulisic gambles that he's going to get there. And Bellerin's coming off here. The boys says, Mark, you've got the same amount of Premier League titles as Steven Gerrard. I know. So have you, mate. Still 1-0, Matt. Yeah. Everything You Want says, what do you think of Elon Musk and his Starship project? What is it? Imagine if he was going to make a Death Star. That would be great. He must be able to do it. I don't mean one out of Lego. I mean a real Death Star from the Star Wars that flies. I mean, amazing. I bet that's what people in the future have got to look forward to. Death Stars flying around the sky, just for nothing more than recreational fun. What happened to the petition? I don't know. It's hit 100k. We'll see what happens. I think, in fact, the link's in the video description. Let's have a look. 105,000 it's had. Arsenal will celebrate like this, like they've won the European Cup. I'm telling you. It's one of their biggest results of the season. And May goal of the month will be this. Jorginho's back pass, because their goal of the month in October was a penalty by Aubameyang against United. They're not a glamorous lot, Arsenal. They'll take what they can get. Lovely balls up by Ziyech to Pulisic. He's got some space to run into. And Arsenal will clear it. Comes to Reece James. Ziyech. A couple of minutes of normal time. Pulisic. Another corner. They've had about 1 million corners here tonight, Chelsea. A song for Mason to the tune of Jolene. Mason, Mason, Mason Greenwood. He's the one to get you all the goals. Says Gavin Blake. Mason, Mason. What a crap corner again. The last two corners from Chelsea have been absolutely crap. I think Arsenal are going to do that. Does Mrs. Goldbridge watch football, says Sumya? Not really. If it's England in the Euros, she normally will, but that's about it. Or the World Cup. Arsenal clear it again. Mason Mount's injured here. He can't get up. Zuma hit the bar. Giroud hit the bar. Bloody hell. Unbelievable. Double bar. Pulisic. Mark, if Chelsea don't make top four and lose the Champions League, how will their fans react to Tuchel, says Eaton. That'd be difficult. I mean, you'd be disappointed, wouldn't you? But the reality is he's got them into a very good position. From a position where they didn't look like they were going to qualify. I live in California, but love visiting the UK. Should I try to get a job in Manchester, says Manu. Lou. I don't know. I mean, Manchester's a good place, but I don't know how good LA is. What did you make of the Line of Duty season finale, says Raz. I thought it was shite, mate. Thanks for all the super chats tonight, by the way. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we've got 6 minutes added on. Arsenal have been a bit lucky here. The goal they scored was lucky. And Chelsea have just hit the bar twice. And there's an offside here. She's just like you and me, but she's homeless. She's homeless. Da da dee la 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 la. SMX says Chelsea will get top four anyway. They'll beat Leicester and Villa. They'll definitely be favourites in those two games. When Peaky Blinders must be coming out soon. Very sad about Polly in Peaky Blinders, who's died. So I presume they'll have to write her out. She's quite a main character. What did you have for dinner, Mark? I had like a healthy full English breakfast. It was like lean bacon, courgette rosties, tomatoes. What's Arteta doing here? Saving his job. Saving his job. If you could be in any movie, what movie would you be in, says Ben United? Well, it wouldn't be bloody Jaws. I wouldn't even want to be the hero who kills it. I'd be like, no, I'll mess this up. So, I think like The Godfather, something like that. The Departed. Heat. I'd like to be Val Kilmer in Heat. I love that. Did you hear about the boy who got struck by lightning, says Oliver Jones? I did, but I haven't really read about it massively, but I did hear about it. It's very, very sad. Mark, is the protest expected to be big tomorrow at Old Trafford, says Paul Bolton? I don't know. It's not really had the coverage that the first protest had, but I don't know. I haven't seen Heat for a couple of years. Arsenal got a breakaway here, but there's only 2 minutes to go. Go get up, Thomas Partey. You're diving. That was such a dive. How good is Giroud in his career? Is he underrated, says Jack Brown? When you look at the goals that he scored for France, I think you've got to say that. This game has made me so tired. It's been a really shit game. This is like watching Burnley play Sheffield United. It's not been good. I think Chelsea need to figure out how to beat a low block, and Arsenal may as well be London Stoke City. I think that'll be it. A minute and a half to go. Yeah, the watch-along's definitely been better than the match. Where's Seb? He's in bed, Mohammed. It's 10 o'clock at night here. It's only 4. FIFA's back tomorrow on this channel at 3:45. Is this Chelsea's second team? Goalkeeper is. No Kante, I suppose. Kante would play Werner. There's a few missing. I wouldn't say it's their second team. There's a few missing. Pulisic wins another corner. Last corner of the game, I think. Pulisic has played all right. Love your content, Mark. Keep it up, says Oliver Jones. Thanks very much, mate. Reece James, that's a better cross. Headed away well. That should be it. He's not blown up yet. Reece James with the cross. Oh, and Jorginho can't believe it. Drops to him, and that'll be the win for Arsenal. It's a weird thing for Arsenal, isn't it? It's a weird thing for Arsenal tonight because they've won the game, but it's been such a bad season. I suppose it keeps Arteta in the race. It keeps Liverpool and West Ham in the race for top 4. That's one thing. In relation to the league table, Chelsea 64 points, West Ham 58 points. If they win their game in hand, West Ham, they would be 3 points behind with 2 games to go. Liverpool, if they win their 2 games in hand, would be 1 point behind Chelsea. So lots and lots still to play for. West Ham are playing on... I don't know what West Ham have got 3 games to play, but they're not playing until... I don't know why West Ham not playing this week. When are West Ham playing? Saturday, Brighton. West Ham, West Brom, Wednesday. Okay. And then Southampton. I mean, look, when you look at the table, if West Ham took 3 wins, they'd get 67 points. Chelsea need to win. I think Chelsea will still get top 4, to be fair. Liverpool got an outside chance. If Liverpool can beat United tomorrow, they've got a chance. That's what I would say about that. Big chance. A chance. Thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. If you was Ollie, would you sign Sancho or Upamecano? Well, Upamecano's gone, Oliver Jones. He's going to Bayern, so it'll have to be Sancho. Thanks everyone for watching. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Enjoyed the watch along much more than I enjoyed the match. But big shout out to everyone in the chat. I'll see you tomorrow. United stand watch along for Man United versus Liverpool FIFA career mode this tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for watching on this channel, by the way. Speak to you in a bit.